Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, it's the 5th day of learning to recite the Quran. And today it's important to realize that this is something which inshallah we will be doing every single day. Just giving some time to the Quran, just a little bit. And it's not so important to be racing through lots and lots of it. But just to be able to take out some time to actually try and practice reading it and seeing how our relationship with the Quran is going. So hopefully these 4 days have been useful so far. And today we'll move on to the verse of Surah Fatiha. But I'll just start with the dua for reading the Quran, then Bismillah, the dua for more or less everything, and then we'll move on inshallah. So just remember to slow down, remember to try and figure out where your breath is, and once you've done that inshallah we can recite the du'as. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Good. Remember to breathe. Keep your breath in control and take your time as well. Don't worry so much about getting to the end. If you have to do it in half, it's not a problem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Good. So hopefully you've practiced these two quite well now, so they should be really nice and smooth. And now we're going to move on to Alhamdu Lillahi. So this verse here inshallah. So just take your time again, be ready to bring some attention towards these letters and learn how to really say them. Again, the biggest mistake usually is people miss out the first syllable. So if you can bring your attention towards the first syllable and then take it on to the next syllable, you'll notice you'll be able to read much better rather than kind of guessing it, if that makes any sense. So so it's a hamza, so so it's a wide kind of mouth, and we should know where the lam comes from the billahi. So so figuring out the lam. So the way we figure out how to say the lam is just by slowing down, practicing it, seeing where it comes from, having that curiosity. Then now you know where the tongue is meant to go. Then the ha comes next, yeah? So the al-ham, the third letter is the ha. And again, it's important to be making sure you know where your breath is and realizing the ha, it comes from the throat. So remember to take a breath and figure out where the ha comes from. Ha, ha. And figure out which part of your throat that is. So al-ham, ham. And then taking it like that, taking it syllable by syllable and working through it. Alhamdu. Again with the dal, just noticing where the tongue goes. Du. Alhamdu. Good. And now remember to breathe and take your time. And realize this is a new thing. You might not already be an expert in this. So it's always good to, be ready to learn how to recite. And the more open we are, the quicker we'll get through this. Alhamdu. Good. Again, Lillahi. Again, smiling here makes it easier again, especially with the lam. Lillahi. And take your time getting comfortable with that lam. Remember to breathe. Alhamdulillahi. Good, mashallah. Remember to take your time. Rabbil. Again with the ra is quite a hard letter. Ra. Practice that on its own. Ba. Notice where the ba comes from. Yeah, so it comes from the lips. Ba. Practice it. Figure out how to make it come from the lips in a relaxed kind of way without too much force. Ba. Rabbil. So Rabbil, and then the ayn again, a lot of people struggle with the ayn. So realizing it also comes from the throat, just isolating it first. So practice it. Figure out where the ayn comes from. Remember to breathe. Rabbil a. And the la is again, it's back to smiley face. Rabbil a. Rabbil ala. Alameen. Alameen. Rabbil Alameen. Again, just take your time. Again, the first half. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You remember to breathe. Don't worry too much about getting it wrong. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Good. So again, if you're struggling, what you need to do is slow it down a bit and just bring a bit more attention to the letters. Get comfortable saying the letters, and then you'll be able to recite it much better. So again, remember to revise the dua for reciting the Quran, the dua for doing everything, Bismillah, and also the first verse of Surah Fatiha. And again, try and find some time to practice it by yourself, And when you pray Salah now, these things, when you pray them in your Salah, bring some attention towards them when you're reciting them, inshallah. So, yeah, that's it for today. See you tomorrow, inshallah.